Welcome back to Communicative English. In the last session, we have learned about past tense. Previously, we have also learned about present tense, and today we are going to learn about future tense. As the title suggests, future tense refers to an action that will occur at a future time. Future tense is used to denote a future action. Let us see the first future tense, that is simple future tense. Simple future tense. Simple future tense is used for an action that will take place at a particular time in the future. For example, I think India will win the match. I will visit Hyderabad tomorrow. I will go to London. All these actions are occurring at a future time. I will visit London next month. When I say I will visit London next month, I am pointing at a future time. Or when I say I will play chess tomorrow, when I say I will play chess tomorrow, it is a future action. I will buy a car next week. I will write my homework day after tomorrow. I will produce a movie next month. All these are future actions. Let us see the structure of simple present tense. Simple future tense. Simple future. Positive structure. Simple future, positive structure. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. Example, she. You will have a doubt which word to select here. Shall is used with I and V. In olden times, shall is used with I and V. And in the present English, no one cares about whether to use will or shall. Commonly, we often use will with all the subjects. So you can blindly use will with all the subjects. When we use will and shall as models, it has different function. We will discuss about models in the forthcoming sessions. So let us write she will. After writing the auxiliary verb will, we should write V1 form. She will eat mango. She will eat mango. Or another example, they will play chess. They will play chess. Suresh will write homework. Suresh will write homework. This is how we create a positive structure under simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to refer to an action that will happen at a future time. Let us see the negative. As we have been learning, negative can be made by adding not. Subject plus will or shall plus not plus V1 plus object. Let us have an example. She will, next word we need to write is not. She will not eat mango. She will not eat mango. The word will not has also a short form. You can even write as won't. She won't eat mango. Or we can say they will not play chess. Here also we can say they won't play chess. Or I will not read the book. I will not read the book. When I say it is negative of simple future tense. I can also say I won't read the book. I won't read the book. In this manner, you can create the negative structure. Now let us move on to interrogative or question. Interrogative. Start with auxiliary verb will or shall plus subject plus V1 plus object plus question mark. You can write, will he play chess? As per the structure, first we wrote will, next subject he, V1 is play, object is chess, and question mark. Or will they write homework? Will they write homework? Or we can say, will Suresh help me? Will Suresh help me? You can also say, will you help me? This is interrogative structure of simple present tense. If you add WH word to this, you will get WH question like, when will you go to Hyderabad? What will you play tomorrow? Who will guide you to complete this topic? How will you play in the rain? Just add WH word, you get WH questions. So we have learned about simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to denote an action that will occur in the future at a particular time. Now let us see the second tense, future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. We have already learned about present continuous, past continuous. Now we are going to learn about future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a particular time in the future. An action that will be continuing in the future. Look at the example. They will be watching a movie tomorrow this time. Tomorrow this time, what are they going to do? It's a continuous action, right? So to refer to a future continuous action, we use future continuous tense. Tomorrow this time, they will be watching a movie. They will be watching a movie. This is future continuous tense. I will be cooking food tomorrow this time. She will be painting the wall tomorrow this time. Suresh will be washing his car tomorrow this time. This is all future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to denote an action that will be continuing at a future time. That will be continuing at a future time. Now let us see the structure of future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. First, let us see the positive structure. Subject plus will or shall plus, we add the additional auxiliary verb be plus V1 plus ing plus object. As you all know, continuous tense will always have ing form. He will, next you need to write be. He will be ing form of the verb. He will be writing object homework. He will be writing homework. Or she will be playing chess. Or they will be painting the wall. They will be painting the wall. They'll be painting the wall. In this manner, you can create positive structure. As you have got habituated to creating negative and interrogative, it is very easy for you. Now let us move on to negative. You know very well, negative structure. We insert a new word, not. So subject plus will or shall plus not plus be plus V1 plus ing plus object. Let us see an example. Subject is she. I have written will. Next, I should write the word not. She will not. Next word is be. She will not be. ing form playing. She will not be playing chess. Or you can say they will not be writing homework. They will not be writing homework. You can still say Suresh will not be painting the wall. Suresh will not be painting the wall. In this manner, you can create negative. Now let us move on to interrogative. Question. Start with auxiliary verb. Will or shall plus subject plus be plus V1 plus ing plus object plus question mark. Little lengthier. Surely you will understand it when I write an example. Will. I have started with will. Next I should write subject. Will she be, ing form of the word, playing? Will she be playing chess? Will they be painting the wall? Will they be painting the wall? Or you can say, will Suresh be eating mango? In this manner, you can create you interrogative of future continuous tense. If you want to make WH question, just add WH word before that. What will you be doing tomorrow this time? You can ask, if you want to ask someone a question, what will you be doing tomorrow this time? When will you be visiting my house? Where will you be going tomorrow? In this manner, if you add WH question, you can, if you add WH word, you can make WH questions. So we have completed future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to denote an action that will be continuing at a future time. We are moving on to future perfect tense. We have already learned about present perfect and past perfect. Present perfect tense is used to denote an action completed in the immediate past. Past perfect tense is used to denote an action which happened earlier. If two actions occur in the past, the earlier action is written in the past perfect tense. And now, future perfect tense is used to denote an action going to be completed by a certain future time. An action which will be completed by a certain future time. For example, tomorrow this time, I will have completed my homework. What do you mean by that? I have a task. I have a deadline. He will have repaired the fence by tomorrow morning. What does it mean? It is his deadline to complete the particular task of repairing the fence. I will have written my homework tomorrow morning, by tomorrow morning. What do you mean? By tomorrow morning, at any cost, I will be completing my homework. I will have completed my homework. He started repairing the fence. When is he planning to complete? The deadline is tomorrow morning. So we can say he will have repaired the fence by tomorrow morning. He will have repaired the fence by tomorrow morning. So always remember, future perfect tense is used to refer to an action that will have completed by a future time, a deadline. Okay, let us have the structures. Future perfect tense. Let us see the positive structure first. Subject plus will or shall plus have. Have is a common word we use in perfect tenses, present perfect and future perfect. In past perfect, we use had. V3 is to be used in perfect tense. V3 plus object. She will have. No matter whether the subject is she or I or we, always in future perfect tense we use have. Don't get confused about has or have. Okay, she will have completed her work. She will have completed her work. Or they will have painted the wall by tomorrow morning. You have given them a task to paint the wall, so they started painting and they will complete it by tomorrow morning. Ganesh will have written. After using have, we need to use V3 form. Written homework. Ganesh will have written homework. In this manner, you can write the future perfect positive structure. Moving on to negative structure. Conventionally, we just add not and create negative structure. That's it. Subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus V3 plus object. Just add not. Subject she will. Instead of will have, we write will not have. She will not have written homework. She will not have written homework. Moving on to next example. They will not have painted the wall. They will not have painted the wall. Or we say Ganesh will not have completed his work. Ganesh will not have completed his work. This is the negative structure. Moving on to interrogative structure of future perfect. Interrogative. Start with will or shall. Subject plus have plus V3 plus object plus the mandatory question mark. Will they, after writing will or shall, we need to write subject. Will they have written homework? Will they have written homework? Question mark. Or will she have played chess? Or will Ganesh have painted the wall? Will Ganesh have painted the wall? So in this manner, you create interrogative sentence. Just add WH word before that, you get WH question. When will they have completed the homework? When will she have played chess? What will Ganesh have done tomorrow this time? Something like this you can write. So we have discussed about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to denote an action that will be completed by a future time, a definite future time. Okay. Now we are moving on to the last tense, future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. This tense is very rare. We rarely use this tense. Still it has a usage. Though we use it rarely, still it has a usage. Future perfect continuous tense is used when an action is to continue up to a certain point of time in the future. Present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action started in the past and still going on in the present. Past perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action started in the past, continued in the past, and ended in the past. Future perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action might have started in the past, but the action will have completed only in future. Action will have completed only in the future. Action started in the past, continued through the present, going to the future, and will end in the future. When you see an example, it will be clear. This family started living here 10 years back. It's a beautiful house, isn't it? This family started living in this beautiful house 10 years back. So when next March reaches, they will have been living in this house for 10 years. 10 years will complete by next March. So what happened here started in the past and it will end only in the future. I will have been living in this house for 10 years by next March. I can say I will have been teaching in this institution for 5 years by next July. She will have been working on this project for 3 months by next week. In this manner, you can speak about future continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Is it clear? Okay. Moving on to the structure of future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Start with positive. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus. The word been is repeated as we see in all perfect continuous tenses. V1 plus ing plus object. Subject. She will have. We need to write the word been. She will have been. Living is the verb. She will have been living here, or they will have been playing chess, or Suresh will have been painting the wall. These are the examples of future perfect positive sentences. Let us move on to negative sentences. Creating negative sentence is very easy. Just add the word not to the positive. Subject plus will or shall plus not, we add not, plus have plus been plus v1 plus ing plus object. She will not have been living here, or you can say he will not have been playing chess. You can write another example. They will not have been painting the wall. So these are the examples of future perfect continuous negative. Future perfect continuous interrogative is very, very rare. Still, let us see interrogative. Start with will or shall. Subject have been v1 ing object plus question mark. So you can say, will she have been painting the wall? Will she have been painting the wall? Or you can say, will they have been writing homework? Or you can say, Will Suresh have been playing chess? So this is the interrogative of future perfect continuous tense. In this session, we have learned about future tense. Simple future tense is used to denote an action that will happen or occur in a future time. Future continuous tense is used to denote an action that will be continuing in future. Future perfect tense is used to denote an action that will have an action that will have completed by a future time, and future perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action that will might have started in the past and will be continuing to the future and ending in the future. I hope you have all understood this.